Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Excellency Deprez, and the team from the EU delegation. Members of the press, we want to say thank you so much for coming. This is an opportunity for us to actually say to the Liberian people that the AARD implementation is a window that all of us are local from both public and private sector development. And we want to say thank you to the EU ambassador for the hard work to ensure that our ARD implementation has a private sector window to ensure that we reach out to the small businesses and workers that are adding value to our labor force and also production in the economy. Minister, we want to say thank you for the guidance and the leadership. At this time, we want to say welcome to the ambassador and thank you for the opportunity. This is a great work done, and we hope that this will not be the first, term, but we're looking forward to having more of this to come to ensure that we have private sector development. We believe the private sector is the engine of growth of our economy, and with this support, I think is very much key to our development implementation process. You are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. At this time, we have remarks from Her Excellency.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we're very honored to be here again today to sign this financing agreement on private sector development. So we're very proud because this will support value chains of cassava, fish, and wood. And what we bring is a real holistic package because it is of course in line with the Arrest agenda for inclusive development, but it also fits our program for TVET, which also includes the wood processing, but it also fits the Team Europe initiative on food sustainability and the agriculture program where we look into the same value chains of cassava and fish, and the upcoming program where hopefully we will also give more support to the fisheries program. This is in line with our global gateway strategy, the 360 degrees approach, where we also look, of course, at decent work conditions which have to come with any private sector development. So we want to work with small and medium enterprises, with business associations, Ministry of Commerce, of course, National Investment Commission, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and this will be good for the workers and for the people of Liberia. We also will hopefully suscitate a stronger public-private sector dialogue, and we're looking forward to working with all of you on this. We think it's really important and we hope that this can also create jobs, of course, in Liberia.
Madam Ambassador, my good friend Nona, sorry for being a little informal on this, but you are a true friend to Liberia. And sometimes formality can dilute, the extent of the friendship. And colleagues from the EU, I think now it's not only me, but the Liberian press is getting very fond of you. Very fond of you because each time we meet, good things happen for the country. I think less than a month ago, we had assembled in this building, I think on the second floor. It was to sign a grant agreement, budget support, approximately, I think, 62 million for 3 years, including this year. And part of it was some support to PFM and of, I think, around 7 million euro. Key beneficiaries under that program will include the GAC and others. And that I think previous to that, you and I were in Buchanan when we went to inspect progress under the Light Up the Southeastern Liberia project, where we are empowering our people in the Southeast and also Buchanan by giving them power, empowering through power. I couldn't join you further because I had another engagement here, but you went to Greenville, and at I think you reached as far as Bagleyville.
Not this time, but last time, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Bagleyville is on the pipeline, and for light, what it does is that it shows the balanced development concept. The country should develop and should develop geographically, and that no sector and no region will be left behind. So, and just last week we had a steering committee meeting on that project where we made some key decisions, and we'll follow through on those decisions to make sure that the whatever ambitions we had under the project are actualized, including ramping up government support where there are gaps, because it is important. And today we are here again to sign a financing agreement for something very critical. This has become cliche now. Private sector engine of growth. It's easy to say. You can even sleep and say it. But we have to walk the talk, or we have to, as the president wants us to do, run the talk. We cannot just be saying private sector, the engine of growth, without putting resources there. We attract government resource. We help to enable the private sector. When we do roads, we are doing it because we want to do it to help the country generally, but also the private sector. Our people, if they can move from here to Harper, Maryland, quickly, they can sell their goods and services quickly and make profit. If you can move from here and go to Lofa and Manitoba, and we're talking now also the Southeast Road, they are how they call it, the coastal highway, Buchanan to Harper. We want to connect the country for development generally. Development will affect health, it will affect education. A few minutes ago, I was here with children of this country. They have come. They are part of the what we call the children's parliament, and that they came with their speaker, and they have representatives from each of the counties. They came to engage the Minister of Finance on issues that relate to their future. And I was telling them, I will repeat here, that they had come to their building, and they came to the office of the Minister of Finance. They didn't come to my office because no one owns this office. It is for them, the young people. We are here today. If our being here worth anything, is to make it easy for the children of the future, and so that we ensure intergenerational equity. And this generation will make tomorrow's generation to have a head start in development. But we can do all the things we pledge, but if we abandon the private sector, it means that in football parlance, we are scoring own goals. We cannot abandon the private sector. The private sector is the engine of growth, not being a cliche. The actions we are taking, electricity, powering the country, reducing the cost of business. The major constraint to business, small business, power. So we are doing things as a government, but through your support, we are collectivizing actions that will all redound to the kind of objectives we seek. And this $25 million support is going to the private sector. going to help to improve the cassava and value chain. It's going to affect wood. It's going to affect a lot of things that are critical to this country. And the sector ministries, commerce, and entities, including Ngafuan, all of them are going to get involved. But there's just this whole private sector development, the dialogue. You know, when I came, I started some dialogue with the private sector. We want to institutionalize it. Even here at the Ministry of Finance, we are going to improve our private sector footprint as a ministry, so that it is not lost in the woods. You know, so I don't want to preempt too much. There are certain things we are going to do as a ministry to help to enable the private sector. We are working with all the branches and sectors and agencies of government. As you know, I think a few months ago we met at the National Port Authority. I went there personally, and we met the private sector, and we asked them to tell us, you know, their constraints. They've said some things, and that we've taken some notes, and we have started to act. There are going to be actions in policy. There are going to be action in procedures. There are going to be action in resources. As you know now, at the level of the port with its limited resources is not talking about extending hours of service to the night. What does that do? It helps the private sector when we can free containers from the port as quickly as possible. The turnaround period is shortened. The charges that business people are levied will drop, and they say a fast nickel is better than a slow dime. You know, so that is happening. I think they are trying to expand the port because the economy is expanding, and the port as we have it cannot accommodate the traffic. We're doing the roads, we're doing many other things, and we have to continue to do so because that's how jobs will come. And jobs come mainly through the private sector. The government workforce is upwards of 60,000. We have more than 5 million persons. So how can we give jobs? We cannot bloat the government's payroll. No, we must do it through the private sector. So thank you very much. This support is on point. And again, as always, because one of the questions people will ask is there a loan or a grant? Is there a loan or a grant? You see my people in the back, they are telling us what it is. That's one of the special features of EU support. The grant dimension of it. What it means is that you are helping us indeed. And so we must continue to do things to justify your help. So, Madam Ambassador, on behalf of the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, the Vice President and the entire Cabinet, the legislators, judiciary, Liberian people, I want to convey through you to the entire EU family Liberia's appreciation for this generous support. The EU has been a partner indeed. And I say this year has been tough. We've hit some rocket shows, but when some partners step down us, EU is stepping up for us in a lot of ways. And so the Liberian people remember that. At a critical hour, you are indeed a friend. And that the support you are giving is not for the government, it's for the Liberian people. We are only instruments for the actualization of the ambition of the people. So I want to say thank you again and that we look forward to doing our part as a government, Ministry of Finance, executing agencies, to always be seen as worthy partner, trusted partner, and may God bless us all. Thank you.